so much fun this bike is, guys. I absolutely love the Ninja400. I love it. I love this bike so much. I really do. A sport bike. Woo! Dude, but look at, first of all though, look at how badass I look in this mirror. Like, come on. With the pink, with the Raven Moto gloves, the A-Stars SMX V2s, the lime green with the pink. Woo! I know, I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I know, it's a biker thing. I don't know what to tell you. Alright guys, so this is my 2022 Ninja400 KRT, which means Kawasaki Racing Team. As of right now, I have 3,313 miles on it, and I actually need gas, so I'm going to shut her down while we just talk about this for a second. So 3,313 miles on the bike. I've ridden it through just about every type of weather and terrain you can imagine in this short time that I've had it. I've ridden it through rain, through wind, highways, going fast, going slow, corners, high-speed corners, you name it. I have done it on this bike. I'm actually right now practicing to drag my knee, which is why you see the chicken strips going on the side there, because I'm doing a lot of parking lot practicing. I do want to get better tires on the bike. We'll talk about some upgrades. I do got a decent amount of upgrades on this bike so far since I've had it, and the short amount of time that I have. So we'll talk about those quick. First thing that I did to the bike was this windscreen from Zero Gravity. I've noticed, like, right out of the gate when I got it, that I was getting pummeled by wind. This is the light smoke one. It's not the dark, so I think it's a happy medium. I don't like not being able to see through the visor. I'm going to get a clear one as well, especially when I move to Austin, Texas, because I'll probably be doing a lot of nighttime riding because it's just too damn hot during the day. But I have the Zero Gravity double bubble. This is light smoke, and it's really, really nice. I like it. It makes the bike look sharp. The factory one's okay. You just get hit by wind way too much, and it just looks better. Next thing that I did after that was these rear axle spools. I don't have a stand yet for it, but these are from Driven Racing. And what those do is you get that rear stand and you put that under there, and you can lift the bike to do maintenance. So that is what that is. And they're on both sides. I don't have them on the front yet. Then I went ahead and did the Akrapovic carbon fiber slip-on, which is really nice. It sounds amazing. I'll let you guys hear that now. The bike is already pretty warm. Oops. So it's not a cold start, but it sounds really good. I really, really like the sound of it. And I have the full header and straight pipe on order. Like, it's not on order, it's in my cart, I mean. So that is going to happen, but I'm not sure, probably not until after I get settled in down in Austin, Texas. Another thing that I got done to the bike, or that I did to the bike, is a Spears Racing rad cover. One thing that I noticed is a lot of bugs out here in Iowa just pummel the radiator, rocks, whatever. So I would get that probably, if I would have known that I needed that so much, I would have probably got that first. So I recommend you guys getting that. You could get them from anywhere. Evotech makes a good one. This is a Spears Racing. They're all the same. Just don't get that cheapy Amazon one that says Ninja on it or whatever, because it's not going to come with the hardware or that cushion. And it'll, you'll have to end up zip tying it or buying the hardware. If you get the quality stuff, they come with the quality hardware, and that's really, really, really important. Another thing that I did from Spears Racing is the clutch springs. The clutch on this motorcycle is very, very light, and you don't get a ton of feel out of it. So I have stiffer clutch springs in there. It just makes a world of a difference. And another thing is these Easy Grip stomp pads in clear. I actually really, really like these. I don't like the black ones because it gets rid of the paint. So I have that. And that's pretty much it. I have a tail tidy on the way for future upgrades. Oh, and I have the quad lock. And this is actually has the dampener on it for vibrations. So that's that. This is my garage opener, so I have that velcroed there so I can quick open my garage And that's pretty much it for the upgrades on the bike. Future upgrades, like I said, I plan on getting the winglet mirrors. They're winglets and you turn them. I do want to get those. I really like them. And then the full exhaust and the tires, new tires. I'm getting the Bridgestone Battle Axe S22s. They're in my cart for Revzilla. I'm gonna get theirs before the full exhaust. As you guys know, I did have a little bit of issue with the clutch springs. I snapped the bolt for the pressure plate, the bolts that hold the springs in on the pressure plate to the clutch hub, but I ended up getting the bolt head out and fixing it. Do not put some makeshift bolt in there, okay? Make sure you get the Kawasaki ones. They're 6x30 upset flanged bolt. You have to put that back in there, period. Do not put some Home Depot bolt that fits, because if that snaps inside that crankcase, you're done. Bike's done. So, and the engine for this bike's about $2,000 from what I understand. That's it. And so for future upgrades, we'll talk about that quick. Carbon fiber. This is not going to be this is the only piece that is not going to be real this and this piece will be the only two pieces that aren't real carbon fiber. This 100% real carbon fiber. The back cover and chain guard, 100% real carbon fiber. The tail delete here, the hump, 100% rear carbon fiber. Getting rid of the rear pegs. I don't ride passengers on my motorcycles, well, this one at least, and so I'm gonna get rid of these and put, you know, something else there. And I need to get a dampener in the front. Hey, dampener up front. That's pretty expensive. It's like $400 or something. And then I want to get what else? Dampener up front, tires, winglets, carbon fiber, possibly steel braided brake lines, rear sets, clip-ons. And guys, please, for the love of God, stop putting Amazon parts on this bike. This bike deserves better. It's a beautiful, beautiful machine. Motorcycles are some of the most amazing machines that God has given us the knowledge to create. These are amazing. Please stop putting Amazon parts. I don't want to see your Amazon exhaust on your Ninja400. Just because it's a cheaper end motorcycle doesn't mean put cheap parts on it. You know, this is a good pipe that sounds amazing. It's got good hardware. You get those cheap Amazon, they're gonna, after a while, they'll start rusting around the rivets and all that stuff. They just stop, man. They look like shit, don't look good. Oh, name brand, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not built the same. The reason why it's cheap is because it's cheaper to make. So it's not the same. It has cheaper hardware on it. It's just not. So don't argue with me. Oh, I do have driven grips on the way. The grips on this bike, they suck. They suck on every stock motorcycle. So driven D2 grips are coming with bar ends. They're on the way. I got the red accent ones with the black end. The controls, I am going to get good levers, probably by Driven. I like Driven stuff. They make good stuff, quality stuff. Do not put made in China Amazon levers on your motorcycles. Guys, I'm telling you, when you start messing with these controls on your bikes, you're messing with your life. These things have to work and they have to function properly. I've seen multiple videos now of guys, oh, look, you get this set for 50 bucks. I'm not going to argue. The price of those levers are intriguing and they look good, but they're just not going to do what they're supposed to do in an emergency. If that fails, you're dead. If this fails or it binds up with the throttle, you're going to be in a world of shit, all right? I promise you. Put good levers on your bike. Put good levers on the bike. Just put good parts on the bike. Save the money and put good parts on the bikes, man. I'm tired of seeing these videos and they're like, yeah, I got this Amazon, you know, rear set or Amazon clip, whatever, man. It's like, stop it. So the most expensive part I want to do to the bike is an auto blip. I know I'm like, why would you do all this to this Ninja400? Because this is going to be a race bike. And we'll talk about that once we throw a leg over and start riding. But this bike is going to be meant for me to learn how to ride on a track. You buy a motorcycle like this because you want to learn how to rip a street bike around, like a proper sport bike, a leader bike. If you want to get into the sport bike, leader bike game, this is where you start. This is the right way to do it. Sure, you can start on a 600, a 750, 1000, but you're not going to learn the fundamentals of what it takes. Like you've already seen, I've almost crashed this bike on a turn because I almost lost the back tire. Well, if I would have been on a faster motorcycle and it just would have been a different outcome, I think. You know, you just learn how to do those fundamental skills that you really need. And this bike is a bike I'm keeping forever. I absolutely love this thing. It is so much fun to ride. There's no reason for me to ever get rid of it. It's got sentimental value, especially for the situation that I was in right now, and moving to Texas and the whole thing with my ex-girlfriend, all that stuff. It's got a big sentimental value for me, so I would never get rid of this motorcycle. It's just so. An $800 auto blip is going on this bike probably by the end of the summer. That is not something I'm going to install. I'll get that installed over there by whoever Yaminoob suggests. I'll go over to his place. I know where he's at, and I'll talk to him, send me in the right direction. He is in Austin, Texas. I can't wait to move there. Anyway, I've been babbling too long about this thing. Let's go take a rip. Let's go, baby. So some of the gear, I'm not going to go too crazy, guys, because what I'm wearing today is my Alpine Stars SMX V2s, my Nicky Boys Toys pants, and my Raven Moto gloves. These are the best gloves in the game. I swear by these gloves, man. They're so awesome. These are the Storms by Raven Moto. I got a new pair on the way of Omens. They're black, a little bit. They don't have the full gauntlet like this, but these aren't too bad in the summer. I am not wearing my Alpine Stars full jacket. As you can see, I have my Alpine Stars jersey on, and that's all I'm wearing. I'm confident that I'm not going to dump the bike. I'm not going to do anything crazy, ride crazy or anything. I'm just kind of cruising around, so I didn't feel like I need my jacket. Plus it's really hot out, and that's a Wasp or something. So let's go. As you can see, the exhaust sounds absolutely amazing. The clutch springs for engine braking now are so sick. Like, they are so much better than they were before. You couldn't really get any feel out of the bike, you know, for as far as the clutch goes. It was really hard, you know. And also, when you were coming out of corners, or you were like in 5th gear on a straightaway and you wanted to just slam on the throttle, you could feel the bike slipping. Like, it just, I don't know, I just didn't like it. But with these stiffer clutch springs in there, that all goes away. It's really amazing what stiffer clutch springs will do to this bike. Now, if you guys have the older Ninja 400s, like the 2018, 2000 to 2020, maybe even 21, I'm not sure. If you want to get better results out of your clutch, you're going to have to do the pull rod and that bearing inside of the clutch hub. Alright, so with the newer Ninja 400s, you don't have to do that, because that's the new part that you're getting for the old bikes is the part for the Ninja 22s. Alright, or I think they actually changed it in 21. Listen to this exhaust. It's just so nice. It pops, it crackles. Akrapovic, man, love it. I am gonna get it flashed probably, but not too crazy. I know, like, Maxy's daily vlogs, Maxy's Madness, he blew his Ninja 400 up after they flashed it. So, but he also rides like ridiculously crazy. So I don't know, we'll have to see that how it runs after I put the full header on there. And then also K&N filter, I forgot to mention this too. K&N filter is going to go on it, and I'm going to open up the airbox. But when you open up your airbox, you are going to 100% have to flash it, because you're going to let too much air into the engine and it's not going to know what to do, and it's going to be all confused. I was kind of thinking about when I do the steel braided if I'm going to bypass the ABS, but I want to get better at riding the bike, you know. And I think I like the ABS on this bike, so I'll probably keep it. And especially since, like, yeah, it's going to be super fast. Oh damn, I forgot about another upgrade that I'm doing, the chain and the gear ratio. So it's got 42 in the back. I'm going to go to 48 and put a better chain on it from Vortex. So there's a lot. I got like $3,000 worth of upgrades going on this motorcycle in the next 5 months. So make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you don't want to miss all that, because most of that stuff I'm doing myself. The only thing I'm not going to be able to do is the auto blip. That's like a whole different thing that I don't want to mess with. So that is going to get done by a shop out in Texas. I haven't picked one yet, but yeah, the auto blip is going to be awesome. And that's not even something I'm overly worried about doing right away. It's just like, it's just gonna be a lot of fun. But anyways, the type of person that buys a bike like this, like if you guys are wondering, like, because I know like people are like, what, the top speed on that thing's only 105 and whatever. I'm telling you right now, yesterday I had this thing at 115. I had it in 115 and I didn't keep going because I don't like the way the tires feel at that speed. And I also don't have a dampener. And the bike felt fine. Like, it was all good. Everything felt fine. Didn't shake or move around or anything like that. It was all good. But I don't know, 115, you know, on a little 400 was just about all I need to do. And, you know, if your concern is top speed, you're getting into this for the wrong reason. You're not going to get into top speed as no helmet, no problem, whatever. Well, but you're like, you're not going to get into those top speeds. You're going to get into that, like, oh, well, I just killed my own engine. Like, oh, this bike does 186, this one does 193. It's like, yo, if you're comparing bikes in that way, you're just definitely not getting in the sport for the right thing, because you don't know what you're talking about. Because the top speed of the bike is irrelevant. You're gonna get to that top speed and you're gonna shit your pants and then back off it. You're gonna get there for like 3 seconds and go, oh, no way, nope, I'm good, I'm good. It's so ridiculously fast. I think a good cruising speed is 90 to 100. And really, I mean, honestly, you're not gonna, if you're getting a sport bike and you're not gonna be ripping this thing at 90 or 100 miles an hour, then get a scooter, you know, or something. Because even Harley homies rip at those high speeds like that. Is this real life right now? Dude, come on, bro, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Anyway, even look at, nobody out here wears a helmet. These guys don't give a shit. It's just so much better. But yeah, those top speeds on these bikes, man, it's not really that important. This bike gets to those speeds just as fast. I mean, it goes 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Like, for me, the reason why you get this bike isn't so you can like flex on how fast it can go. You're actively really pursuing the goal of getting better at riding a sport bike, you know, because these bikes are very dangerous. And if you just hop on a leader bike and go ripping around, you're gonna be in a world of shit when you see how powerful that motorcycle is. And I know they got different modes, but dude, those modes do not really make a difference. I mean, they are still wicked fast. And so I would just be, I don't know. Yeah, brother. But really, why you buy a bike like this is for the exact reason that I just said. Like, you actively want to get better and you really want to master a sport bike. I mean, this thing is not slow. I promise you, it isn't. So much fun this bike is, guys. I absolutely love the Ninja400. I love it. I love this bike so much. I really do. Like, and so if you're wondering, like, oh, you're gonna get sick of it, you're just gonna get sick of that bike and want a 600 or 1,000 in like 2 months. Oh, let's do a knee drag. Fuck it. Nowhere close to my knee, but whew, god damn, this thing is so much freaking fun. Anyway, yeah, like, oh, you're gonna get sick of it, you're gonna want a bigger bike. Yeah, I do want a bigger bike, you're right, but I don't want to get rid of this bike, because this bike is absolutely so much fun. And you're really going to learn how to ride a sport bike. You're really going to learn how to do corners, how to shift right, what to do when you get in trouble. all the things, man, all the things that you need to do to be a good motorcyclist, or especially on a street bike, you're gonna learn on this bike. And it's gonna be really hard for you to do that on a leader bike or a 600 or a 750, because you're worried about trying to manage the power so much. You're just gonna be constantly fighting like how to manage the power of those motorcycles, guys. I promise you aren't ready for it. It's so fast. That's a cool bike. And that's a cop. There's another one. But they're just so fast, and you're gonna have to manage that, and you're not gonna have fun, you know, because you're just like, you're gonna just tap on the throttle and you're gonna be doing 90 miles an hour in second gear, you know, like, it's just ridiculous. They're so fast. So, but each is their own, you know what I mean? If you think you're ready for that, but I think if you've never ridden a motorcycle before and you really do want to like get good at this, and your goal is like, I just want to be the best at sport bike riding, I want to be on the mountains, I want to do canyons, I want to do twisties, you know, if that's your goal, to do all that and get good at it, then the 400 is absolutely the best bike to get. There isn't a better choice, you know. I mean, you could get the R3, but the R3 isn't as fast. It's not even close. There's a kid out here who has a Honda 300, a 300 Honda. Dude, I smoked this kid. I wish I had it on tape, but I didn't have my batteries. The bike is just so much fun. And the cool thing about the 400 is, if you just want to sit upright and chill and ride, then you have that, because it has these clip-ons that are up higher, your rear sets. It doesn't have a super aggressive over the top of the tank leader bike feel to it. Listen to the sound of this exhaust, guys. God damn, it sounds so good. The exhaust sounds so good. I gotta go lift some weights, baby. Let's do it. One thing personally for me that I need to get better at is shifting. That was a smooth one. Woo! This thing is a lot of fun, boys and girls. If you get this motorcycle, you are going to love it. I promise you. And the way it looks, like I said, man, the way this motorcycle looks is just, it's so cool looking. Everybody's gonna want to race you. That's just the way it is. Mostly because it says Kawasaki Racing on the side of it. It's like, that must be a race bike. Yep, sort of. Oh, I did forget about one piece of gear that I always wear, is this thing, which is just basically coming all apart. But I got this on Amazon. It holds my gun. I have a Glock 43 inside that. Some of you guys from other countries may not be able to do that, but if I take this zipper here, I have my handgun inside there. That was a clean shift. So was that. So was that. God damn. yeah, guys, it's fun. This bike is not slow by any means, and I think I just proved that to you. I don't know. It's a lot of fun to ride this bike, though. Even if, you know, if you were ripping around with a 600 or something, they're gonna pull on you. You know, there's no doubt about it. They're gonna pull on you. It's a bigger bike. It's faster, but you're gonna just hold your own just fine. And when you guys start getting into heavy corners, because hey, let's just face it, man, going straight, that's not that much fun. It's really, to me at least, me personally, going straight is boring. You can only do these ridiculous speeds for so long before you're just like, all right, I'm shitting my pants now, you know. It's a lot more fun to me, this is my opinion, but I think it's a lot more fun to hit the corners and go into corners and really, you know, get a lot of clutch work and use your brakes properly, you know, proper cornering and angling the bike and knee dragging, all those things, man. Like, there's so much more to street bikes than just going fast doing 190 miles an hour. It's just like, that's just not fun to me. You know, if that's fun for you, that's your own deal, but like I said, you know, these 400s aren't going to be for that. It's going to be to learn how to really hit these twisties and circuit track racing, you know, and actually just to cruise around town, man. Yeah, this is going to be an extremely fast bike in the corners and on a track, but I'm 100% going to be ripping this thing around the street, because I'll be honest with you guys, there's a big difference between a race car and a car, but there's not much of a difference between a race bike and a bike. These are all race bikes. They're all ready to race. That's what they're made to do. They're made to go very fast, and cars aren't, but they're still cars. A lot of cars will beat street bikes. That's a huge misunderstanding that only people with that ride motorcycles will know. And if you really want to get into it, just look at the track times on any track. They're always owned by cars. You know, of course, otherwise it wouldn't be fun to talk about, and it wouldn't be anything that people ever do. Like, that's why cars and bikes race all the time, because a lot of cars are faster than motorcycles, you know. And take a Shelby, you know, Mustang, a Cobra Mustang, and put it against an R6 or something like that. An R1 will probably beat it, but you know, it's definitely not going to beat an H2. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, you have to have a ridiculously fast bike to beat like most cars. Like, I'm not talking about, you know, this Mazda here or this Ford, you know, or something like that. But you know, if you have you know, an SRT V8, like these Mustangs, that Dodge Viper, you know, those cars like that, they're gonna beat a lot of bikes. Not all of them, but they're gonna beat a lot of bikes right out of the door. You know, just look at all you gotta do is look at the quarter mile times. Look at the quarter mile times on bikes versus like a fast car that you're interested in, and you'll know right then and there which is faster. But that's not important. What's important is really picking up the fundamental skills to learn how to ride these things, you know. And in my opinion, there is no better way to do it than on the Ninja400. This is such an extremely beautiful motorcycle. It's designed perfectly well. The ergonomics are perfect on it. Well, they're not perfect, but they're pretty good. By the way, this is the oil I put in my bike. Motul 7100 10W40, 100% synthetic ester blend. It is very, very good, and it's actually like a pink color, or like it's like a red color there. It's really cool. I like it. So it starts to become mucky looking. You'll know you probably should change oil. Won't take it long to do that if you ride as much as I do, but you know, anyways, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoy. Please follow the links in the description. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. 60% of y'all are not subscribed to the channel. That really helps, makes a huge difference, especially with moving. I need more revenue on the channel so I can make this all happen smooth and do more bike content for you guys. So please share, please subscribe, comment below if you have any questions. Follow the links in the description for Raven Moto. They are the best. They have pants, they have, oh man, they got it all. They got really nice gear. Gosh. Anyway, I swear I can walk. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you all. Peace.